Hi everyone, welcome to Cache Walks.
We're off to Shoreham-by-Sea with my cousins Brian and Linda to see where my family came from.
So come and have a look around, and we're going to get some geocaches as well.
Yes.
Shoreham-by-Sea is on the south coast near Brighton. We're searching for links to the life of Captain Henry Dove, Lynne's great-grandfather.
We're heading through Shoreham-by-Sea to meet up with cousin Brian and his wife Linda to learn more of my family's history. We're off to find his house. Now to get across.
Yeah, that's going to be fun.
It is. Here's an old photograph of the house. Brian knows its exact location.
Is it church window?
You can. Yes. Yeah.
Just after this yellow one, we should be alright.
We're outside my great-granddad's house, Captain Henry Dove. It's wonderful to actually be here and see it.
Some family treasures connected to Captain Dove.
I have a few treasured heirlooms from my great-granddad Dove. Here's a whistle, a coin holder. This is from the Captain Dove. A passenger counter, and also telescope. That's pretty cool. And the gold watch that he got, given to, I think he was held on high regard to have been given that, and his name's inscribed on the back. He captained these paddle steamers. Oops.
How far to the cache, Lynne?
56 metres.
56 metres,
Yeah.
alright.
Lighthouse looks great, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. Just across from his house.
Yeah.
Good place for a sea captain.
The Kingston Lighthouse Tower is 12 metres high. It's a Grade 2 listed building established 1846. The lighthouse was built 14 years before Captain Dove was born.
Oh, looks like the arrow's taking us over here, so. We thought it was near the lighthouse, but it may not be. The cache name should have been a clue, as the Shoreham Lifeboat station is nearby. Then I realised I was thinking about an archive cache that was here when we planned the trip 2 years ago. Oh, where's Lynne going? To try and catch up to her. You are tracking to the new one, Lynne.
Hey?
You are tracking to the new one. Remember the other one was archived.
Yeah.
Okay.
The hint is red and white.
Okay,
Red
looks
and
like
white.
it might be there.
It is.
See if you can see it.
No, you can't.
That was just lying on the ground. That could easily have been cut off.
Well, that's red and white was the hint.
I see.
So
So it looks like it did not find for
it
this one.
looks like it did not find.
Oh, that's a shame.
No.
Very flourishing buildings, just a row of houses here,
Yeah.
nothing along there apart from the locks. There was just one lock, that's all.
Yes.
And then right across there it was just sand.
Yes.
You know.
Yeah.
Certainly these big buildings, they weren't there, of course.
No.
Yeah.
No,
There's some
times-
lovely old photographs of this place with sailing ships going down there. You know?
Oh, yes.
Lovely.
It's wonderful. We're heading off to find the church where Captain Dove is buried. It's a very historic church. There's been a church here since Saxon times. It's mentioned in the Domesday Book of 1086.
Looks like a new parking area just outside the church. Let's look for an offset multi here.
To Edith May Elliot. There was a wall. Ah, is this it?
No, that's Cedric.
Ah,
Cedric Elliot.
oh, we want Edith.
No,
That's-
Elliot.
With a closer look, we find Edith May. Okay. The cache can be found at N50, 50A, then C plus,
C is 5, isn't it?
C's 5, is it
Six.
6? Yeah.
6.
We have the coordinates, but let's look around before heading off to find it. The people in the church are unable to locate the grave, but we believe it's in this area. Looking at the dates on the headstones makes this the most likely place for his burial. My great-granddad was awarded the Humane Society certificate, and what happened is one of the crew members had a bucket and it was attached to a rope, and he threw it over the side of the ship to catch some water, and it pulled him into the water because the ship was moving and he couldn't swim. So great-granddad jumped overboard and saved him, and that's why he got the certificate.
Oh, that's a nice story.
Yeah, it's pretty cool, isn't it?
Yeah, it is cool.
And he was 22 when he did that, so he's pretty young.
The church retains its mostly 13th century appearance. St. Julian's is a flint building with stone dressings. Let's head inside.
Hello.
Hello.
Nice tapestry.
Been here for around 1,000 years, Lynne.
Yes.
Not
Amazing.
totally in this form, but certainly a church. Amazing, isn't it?
Sure is.
Look at the wonderful details on those stained glass windows. The interior is on a north-south axis. The south, west and north walls are late 11th century. Other parts like the tower and south porch being added in the 13th century. The font dates from the Norman period. Cromwell's troops stabled their horses in the church and sharpened their swords on this stone pillar. This recessed tomb is from around 1540. It was defaced by supporters of Cromwell.
The tomb contains the Kingston Devil. Turn your back and look over your shoulder, and you will see one of these rosettes is the face of the devil carved in stone, sticking his tongue out. There's an aumbrey here. It's a little cupboard where the chalice and bread is kept for the Holy Communion. It's believed to date from around the 13th century and was restored in 1987 when the doors were added. There are also wonderful wood carvings throughout the church. It pays to look down as well as up in old churches like these. Here also lieth the body of John and Mary.
An opening into the church is all that remains of a 14th century Anchorite cell. Let's head outside and we'll explain. Around the side of the church you can see part of the Anchorite cell. An Anchorite cell housed a person who chose the solitary life, who for years lived walled up inside a single stone room built on the side of the church. A window into the chancel would connect them to the church. Most were wealthy women who could afford to pay a servant to bring them food and take away their chamber pot. Being a recluse wasn't something for the poor. This cell would have been demolished when the Anchorite died, probably sometime in the 14th century, and the aperture has been glazed to keep out the elements. On the walls there are lots of clues to the changes made to the church over time.
Now it's time to find the geocache.
Right, we're off to find the final. Now we've got the coordinates. We have a bit of a walk to do.
Oops. We can't give away the cache's exact location, but it's a little walk away. Can you see the cache? There it is, just where the hint said it would be. It's a bit wet. Very wet.
Okay. That's right, Rick. Somewhere there. Well, that brings us to the end of our cache walk. We hope you enjoyed the lighthouse and where the captain used to live, and also that wonderful church with its special features, and of course the geocaches. Thanks for watching.
And don't forget to go geocaching.